just to get the spirit in the back. Ooh, that is giant bird that flew across my balcony. Okay, cool. Hi everybody, welcome back. It's just so snowy today, and I feel really much to be in a Christmas mood. I thought to talk about a topic, an issue people might consider a problem that a lot of people have, and nobody wants to talk about it because it doesn't sound really appealing. But the reality is, a lot of people are spending Christmas alone by themselves, and I have done it. And I feel like there's a big stigma with this topic because a lot of people think you're sitting alone at home in some corner of the room, crying, singing to yourself, Merry Christmas. It's not that bad. It doesn't have to be that bad. I feel like even if you're spending Christmas alone, you can have a good day. And if you might be in the situation for whatever reason, there can be a lot of reasons why you might spend Christmas on your own this year. I wanted to give you some tips, some advice, what I have done last year, and I felt like it was quite successful. So I wanted to share that. So let's get into it. And these are just some suggestions. You do not have to do anything of that. Get dressed nicely. And that includes picking out a cute outfit, do your hair, do your makeup if you like to wear makeup or not, whatever makes you feel like really preppy and put together, do that. Don't spend all day in your pajamas, You want to make the day still a special occasion, even though nobody will be there and you will be alone, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna be gross all day and like wear your worst pair of glasses. That's what I usually do on days when I'm alone at home. And but that does not need to be the case. Cook something big. I feel like the most important thing throughout the day is to get yourself occupied. Have something to do, have a plan to do, whatever there is, just not to sit around and wait for the day to be over. And for me, that included to cook something big because I'm not great on cooking. So maybe pick something out you've never cooked before. Try something new, something that is a special occasion for you as well, not only for everyone else in the world. Set the atmosphere. This can include basically anything from decorations, maybe some fairy lights, lighting some candles, or like one of these, what's it called, like incense, anything that makes you feel more Christmassy. And you might not have a lot of decorations at home or wherever you live. Maybe you live in a new country and you can't go home for the holidays. You can still make easy decorations, maybe out of paper, cut out some snowflakes, hang them in the windows, just get a few candles to light them. Maybe they have some nice scents, and you can find your own way to do that, whatever makes you feel more in the spirit of Christmas. Buy yourself presents. I feel like that is something people like to frown upon, but I have started to buy myself presents for also my birthday in the past couple of years because I usually want something quite big, and none of my family members is willing to spend like 400 euros for me. That's not gonna happen. And I kept going with it. I set myself like a budget. This is the maximum I want to spend on presents for myself. And I do that right now. They're sitting in the closet behind me. I don't know if you can see, there's some bags and boxes. These are my presents, which is great. I'm really excited for Christmas this year. Especially, I would start to look for presents that can occupy yourself. For example, get yourself a book that you could start read on the day, or maybe a puzzle that you can do that day, a video game that you can play that day, anything that keeps you occupied a little bit. There's nothing wrong with a cute picture of you and your family that you can hang up, but this is an activity that will die out quite quickly. Also, I would recommend wrapping the presents. I know this seems a bit weird, wrapping your own presents to unwrap them, but this might come into play for a point that I'm going to talk about later. Make yourself a Christmas movie list. I'm personally very much into movies. This can also be music if this is your thing, but I have a few movies that I like to watch throughout the holidays. It doesn't have to be specifically like Christmassy movies like Home Alone or something like that. I also like to always watch like these very old-timey black and white movies. And last year I made a list of all the movies that I wanted to watch, and I watched a lot of them throughout the day while I was building my Lego set, while I was cooking, you know, just to get the spirit in the back. Ooh, that is giant bird that flew across my balcony. Okay, cool. And movies. I went with movies, exactly. And I watched them throughout the days because I didn't want it to be very quiet in my apartment. I mean, maybe you enjoy the quietness, but I personally didn't. I wanted, you know, to have something in the background just to listen to watch while I do something. And so I made a whole list beforehand. I made sure I got all the DVDs of the movies, or made sure I knew where to stream them, if it's on Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever. So I knew where the movies were and I could watch them throughout the days. And I didn't even make it through my list. I had way too many movies. Also, maybe some series, some TV shows are your thing. I like to watch Nailed It on Netflix, like the Christmas episodes. It's really funny. And also maybe, unfortunately, Ashley has a Christmas season, the second one. Also recommend that, but you know, there are tons of movies that are very Christmassy or Christmas related, or maybe something that is more traditional to you. So make a list and start like getting down the list on that day. Call your loved ones. Just because you're physically alone in your house, your apartment, your room, wherever on Christmas does not mean that you're not allowed to have contact with people. Maybe, for example, like I said before, you're living very far away and you might not have the chance to fly home because of time or money issues or whatever. Just call these people. I had a list that I made with all the friends that I at least wanted to talk to for a couple of minutes and wish them a happy Christmas. And I called them throughout the day, so I made sure I was in contact with people. And I made sure that everybody that I wanted to let them know that I love them and miss them, and that I made sure that I called these people, or at least send some text messages. Get out of the house at least once on that day. Maybe go for a walk. Even if the weather is really bad, just go for a walk, go around, or maybe get something cute for breakfast, you know? Just get out of the house, just do a little thing. Right now it's snowing here, which is really cool. I hope so much it's snowing on Christmas Day. Set a time for gift opening. I think when I was a child, there was a specific time of day where we unwrapped the presents, where it was like the moment, you know, and you know, I put my presents underneath the tree and they were all wrapped and looking really cute, you know, and I was eyeballing them all day, and it was like exciting, and it had the same, like the moment of unwrapping, just like everyone else that I knew had and my family had that I couldn't visit. And it was really important for me to have that moment, you know. It sounds like a minor thing, but I feel like if you're just casually opening your presents throughout the day, it's like the spirit, like the event of Christmas gets lost a little bit. Sweets are allowed. We all have like, I don't know if we all follow some form of diet, but I feel like we all have an imagination what we assume is healthy foods and what we try to avoid most of the time. And but that's not the case for Christmas. You know, when you're spending Christmas alone, you can have whatever you want. Because I feel like the worst thing you can do when you have to spend Christmas alone is deny yourself food that you actually want. It's one day, it's a holiday. Get yourself what you want, girl and boy and human. Take pictures throughout the day. I feel like that is something that comes in hand with getting dressed well, looking nicely, wrapping the presents, you know, cook something big. What I did last year is I was in contact with my sisters basically the whole day. I took pictures when the tree was set with all the presents, like, look at my presents, and I sent them a picture. And when I was cooking and my meal was done and it was the first time I made something quite big, I took a picture and sent it to them like, it's dinner time. And you know, I feel like when you're dressed well, you feel a little bit better and everything looks cute, you feel it better, you made an effort, something that you're really proud of, then you would take a picture anyway, even though it would not be Christmas, right? I feel like there's a very solid no-go when it comes to spending Christmas alone, and that is no chores. You do not have to do the laundry that day. You should not be cleaning that day if you don't enjoy it. You know, you might want to have your apartment clean, but do that maybe a few days prior. You do not have to do the dishes that day if you don't want to. Just put it aside. Even if you're cooking like big, like I like to do, I usually just put it in a dishwasher and just let it be there for a day and not do anything with it. I really wanted to make sure that I don't have to do anything that day that I don't enjoy, because I feel like the fact that I was alone at Christmas is already enough, and I shouldn't do anything else that I don't want to. But I feel like I had a very nice day last year. I had a great day. I did not feel sad. I did not feel bad, even though a lot of people told me, you were sad all day, right? And the thing is, I wasn't. I wasn't. And I know I'm more of an introvert. I don't mind spending time alone. I really enjoy myself, my time with myself more than other people do, which I get. It might be harder for a lot of people, but I feel like there are ways around it to not feel like a total shit on that day, because there's no reason for it. A lot of people spend Christmas alone. Not everybody is fortunate enough to have a family to visit every single year. Not everybody's fortunate enough to go home and visit every single year, you know? Some people might live very far away. Some people might not have anybody, you know? Some people might just be alone and don't have a family to watch. And I feel like the last thing that you should do if you have a family to spend is make someone else feel bad about themselves just because they don't have what you have. Because you might be very fortunate. And I think you need to recognize that if you're not in the position that I am, and a lot of other people are. So just try to uplift them. Make sure that they are having a nice day too. I guess that's all for me today. I wish you a very Merry Christmas. I don't know if we're gonna do another video. We'll see. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.